Bendichilo uba sizakuncokola naye Okhela Ganya ephuma pha kula media house or company. I'm still going to ask him properly to explain ba ela gama libizwa njani ke ndiyazi noba ngu-MXOG okanye ngumxog okanye ngu-MXOG Media. But he will explain it as we're starting the conversation. He is already with us in studio. Okhela mandikubulise bhuti ndikwamkele enkqubeni. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Yes, ma'am. Molweni ndiyaphila nam. Igama lam Okhela Ganya. Those are my names, but if you want to know who I am today,
okay.
I am passion, I am photography, and I am everything broadcasting. So let's go. Happy to be here, man.
All right. Can you expand a bit more with background yakho ke as Okhela? Where you from? You know, how did we get to today? Just a bit of your background, and then ke ukube songena as well. Uba wangena kanjani kwesi space business as well.
Okay, just to not make it too long, it's a very long story of how I got here. But born and bred as Beleni, Komani. Ndikhulele apha ke, and then I went to school. First time I went outside of the province to stay elsewhere was in Cape Town.
Okay.
Went to school. Fast forward to
school in Cape Town.
In Cape Town, university.
Okay. Oh, sure.
Yeah, university. Yeah. Funny enough, I didn't study any of this, but we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. Fast forward, I came back 2022. Got done with varsity. And yeah, that's when I basically came to the conceptualization and the birth of MXOG Media.
MXOG
Media, yeah. So it's always interesting when people ask me about MXOG Media. They're like, yo, what does this mean? Is it MXOG? Is it MXOG? Is it MXOG? Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why we chose that name, because it sparks a conversation around what the company is and
what it actually what's all about.
Yeah, so that's how people actually get to know about the company itself, only because of the name in most cases. It's interesting. It's quite interesting.
So how did you come up with the actual name? Like, MXOG.
Yeah, okay.
Or no X in between.
Yeah, I get it. So from inception, it's me and my partner who couldn't be here today, unfortunately. Usiphelele Maori Ngcishe.
Okay.
Mixed with Okhela Ganya. So if you look at it, it's the first two letters of his name, Maori, MXORY. And then it's OG, which is my nickname, the initials of both my name and my surname.
Wow.
So that's how it came about. We wanted to have something that's authentic. That's basically
unique.
Yeah, so that we don't come into the troubles of Indobana. Oh, you took that name. You know, when it comes to business,
the media space,
and
especially.
IP,
Oh, all right.
So
what does MXOG do exactly, Kengoku?
MXOG is a multimedia company.
Sure.
Most people think that it's only photography and videography.
I also thought that.
Yes.
Yeah,
we get that a lot, actually. So if you go to our page, you'll see that we actually do quite a variety of services, anything that is related to corporate communication and advertising and marketing. So we do adverts, obviously that's videography, pictures, everything. We do marketing. We do print media.
Okay.
We do graphic design. We do printing. Any and everything that you can think of that's media related. Yeah, still a baby, but
you're pushing.
We're growing.
Right, that's good.
We're growing.
Is it something that any of you guys, like industry ni fundeleyo, or like, because I think designing must let me not say this, because abanye they just get born designers, and creatives. So let me not box it much, but let me just ask, where in we journey with your partner, ni skilled. Did you go to school for the skills, or it's like natural trying things out?
Funny enough, I think that's what makes us authentic to what we do, me and my partner. So we both I come from a background of law. I studied the law, and I realized at the end of it that, hey, this is not something that I actually want to do right now.
You did LLB or something like that?
LLB, yeah. I did LLB. And then
how does LLB connect to now?
And then I decided that I don't want to do it, actually. I want to do it later on in life.
Not right now.
Yeah, so I don't know what inspired me.
Why did you choose that?
I don't know what inspired me. I think I just wanted to learn more of myself and who I am. And as soon as I got back to Queenstown, I got a job, and it happened to be in media. So that's when I started doing communication in media, and that's where I met my partner, and our beautiful love story began. So none of us have a background in this. It's all, let me rather say, innate. We are sizelwe nayo, yeah,
Sure.
and constant improvement, constant growth, and here we are.
Wow.
We are doing it.
So you lost Sana for 4 years. You just
Yes.
parked it.
Yes, I decided to park it. It was a hard conversation with my mother, but
That's what I'm thinking. I mean,
Yes.
ndingumzali oqonda ngoku ndizawuba
Yeah.
ndizoba nomntana oligqwetha, you know?
yes. I had to sit her down, and she gave me 5 years to make it work. I'm on year number 2 right now. Year number 3, actually.
You don't have much time.
I know, but
You don't have
I
much
need to keep
time.
at it. It's a shot I'm taking. So
And you love it.
I love it. I
You-
love
you
it. I love
guys
both,
enjoy
actually.
it.
The law will always be in my heart. But I think right now, I'm young. I'm allowed to
Explore, sure.
I'm allowed to go out, take chances. I'm allowed to go make $1 million. I don't think I'm going to make that much in law right now, So
Why not?
I don't know, man. I don't know. So
But all
I
lawyers I know are wealthy. But it's overtime, spilled overtime count.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. It looks like it, but it's not
Yeah.
necessarily like that.
I guess to each his own. So
Nah.
I'm here exploring at this particular point in time with the passion. Actually, this is something that I'm very passionate about, and
So
So I'm
in,
still here.
in now learning, but I think you know what, the discipline you have already,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
I mean, once you are able to go through an LLB,
yeah, it's
and
tough.
complete it, you discipline
It's
in
tough.
corner. So I
Yeah.
guess you can learn anything with that
Yeah.
background.
Definitely. Definitely. If you decide that you want to take on a particular venture with your life, then I go for it. Go for it. I don't think there's anything that can stop you if you truly decide that you're going to be disciplined in something and you're going to pursue it and see it completely to the
To
actual
the end.
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Okay, and Gemnag, I wanted to understand some elements of the photography side.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the kind of clients that you service, and you've serviced Kwela Galele photography, and do people request things that you can actually deliver, or
Yeah.
do you sometimes get into it? Sana, your request is a bit ridiculous or something. Tell us a bit about that side.
I think part of the business model that we've developed, my partner and myself, Siphelele, is that there's nothing we can't do.
Okay.
That's the first thing. Secondly, any and everything that you request from us, we'll try by all means to see to it that it happens. Whether it means we have to outsource what you're looking for, whether it means we need to pick up that skill quickly. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Whether it means we have to extensively put ourselves through pressure to actually deliver to that particular client. That's what we're going to do. So we try by all means to cater to everyone with every need that they are basically seeking from us.
And I guess that's the spirit. If you are going to, succeed in business, that's the
Yeah.
kind of mindset that you
To be
need to
relentless.
have.
You need to be extremely relentless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, any memorable experience that you have, gone through, maybe
Yeah.
during a photo shoot or being,
Oh, man.
videography, which is you
Yeah.
also attend events. Something that stands out
Exactly
that you'd
that.
like to share with us. That was like, I can never forget this that happened.
Yo.
Story time.
It was actually recent.
Yeah?
I was talking to someone about this. I attended an event. It was last week, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. I was attending an event, and it was just me. So I was doing both photography and videography at the same event at the same time,
my
and
God.
I was drowning.
Tired.
I was drowning. But at the end of the day, the client was happy. So I was running around like a headless chicken, man, the whole
I
day
can
and the whole night. And at the
imagine.
end of the day, I was just
Flat out.
I was completely
flat out, I can
That was
imagine.
very, very difficult.
Yeah,
That was
man.
extremely difficult. So that's the most recent one.
And I think, you know what, the element that you're bringing, sometimes we look at people abahamba ne-crew,
Yeah.
like you're bragging.
Yeah.
Like what indoni crew,
I
and the crew, and you're like, hey,
mean-
come on, you can just do this thing on your own.
Yeah.
But
I think with media, it's usually in two parts.
Yeah.
There are people who can do multiple things at the same time. And there are those people who know they can, but they want to specialize in this one particular thing. So,
sure.
means when you see E-Crew, you will find out that even the cameraman can be a producer. Even the producer can be a photographer. You know what I mean?
But they choose
to basically
to master
master that one element of media so that they bring out the best of each
quality.
other. You know what I
Also.
mean? Yeah. So I think that's basically it, and that's what I've observed in the media
space.
Actually.
All right. And how do you handle difficult clients? Have you ever come across clients that I keep forgetting. I was corrected in using the word difficult, and I keep forgetting. So I've replaced it with not so easy. So not so easy, customers or clients. Have you encountered that in the space?
Abantu bayathanda undibuza that question, yes. And I think in my experience, I don't think there's no such thing as a difficult client.
Okay.
I think one of the best things that I do is to look at the story that you're trying to tell. Mm-hmm. If you're at an event, what are you trying to capture here? What are you trying to bring to life? If it's a particular photo shoot, what is the story and the narrative that you're trying to tell? What is the end goal for this engagement that we have?
Sure.
So I meet you halfway with the skill set that I have. You meet me halfway with the vision that you have and the concept that you have, and then we work through that together. In that way, I don't get to encounter difficult clients. You know what I mean? So in my world or in my experience, there's no such thing as a difficult client. Rather.
Yeah, that's beautifully put.
Yeah.
That's beautifully put.
You seem like you're shocked.
Yeah. You'll hear a lot of people that, will bring that side back. Customers, this happened. And I think sometimes it's not easy to deal with customers, but I think, if you're positive and if you've got a plan, if you're focused, if you're clear in terms of what you're supposed to be 100%. Doing, I guess as maybe you overlook some things and then it's I not impact anymore.
Of course.
I not impact anymore. But it's a week ago.
Because at the end of the day, Suzengo Sebenza, you know what I mean? So you can't let these little nitty-gritties get in the way of what's supposed to be done.
Yeah, true. Yeah. All right, and let's talk about integrating social media into your business. Do you use it, and how effective is it? What have you seen? Are there any results that you get out of it? What would you say on that?
Definitely. Social media plays a major role. It actually plays the key role in our business. I think it has its pros and cons. Let me rather say that.
Okay.
It has its pros and cons. Let me touch on the pros.
Okay. I'm interested to hear about the cons as well.
I'll get there.
Sure. Let's start with the positives.
All right. So some of the pros is, first of all, brand awareness.
Okay.
So people get to be aware that there's a brand out there that's MXOG Media that does this and this and that. Exposure, which is one and the same thing. People get to come across you and interact with you. And number 3, I think the better half of our clients that we've received to date are through social media. Wow. Whether it's somebody mentioning us in a post, whether it's someone reaching out to the actual page, whether it's someone communicating with us and say, oh, I actually saw you on so and so and so, you were doing this particular event, and we're like, okay, social media plays a major role in basically all that we do. So I can't disregard it like that. It's a key
component, element, within the business.
Definitely.
The cons.
The cons is everyone has an opinion.
I knew you were going to actually get to that one. I knew.
And it's not really advisable to have a conversation with someone back and forth over social media.
Yeah.
Number 2, some of the cons that I've seen is that there's too much competition out there in social media.
What do you mean?
I believe, first of all, we're all colleagues, right?
Okay.
We're all colleagues.
As business people or in general, like people in J?
No. In terms of as business people in the media space. We are all colleagues. I recognize that. But the downside of it, which is also the downside of the pros, is that they see us, they see other people, they see other people. So now there's a big pool of people to choose from.
Oh.
And yeah,
Options is
it
named to
gives
the
way
customer.
to the possibility of somebody choosing somebody else. You know what I mean?
Just think they'll choose me, man. Like, just
Yeah, they
say,
always
you know
choose
what?
us.
They'll choose me.
They always choose us. They know.
Yeah.
They know. They always choose us.
Yeah, I guess it is a double-sided coin. And I
Definitely.
think if we're focused,
Yeah, definitely.
it was clearly about, okay, this is what I want out of
Yep.
it. I'm looking for customers. I'm trying to put my brand out there. I'm trying
Yeah.
to position myself.
Yeah.
I'm trying to build
Yeah.
brand. And the naysayers, there'll always be naysayers.
Of course,
and
of
just mute or ignore that. Like,
Yeah.
and just
turn it off, man.
Yeah,
And do what you're doing.
yes, and just focus. It is a
Yeah.
two-sided coin, but I think the benefits really outweigh, the cons
Definitely.
of it. The cons of it.
Definitely.
And what do you think are some challenges that face photographers in okanye ke businesses in the media space, whether it's multimedia, it's photography, it's videography? I think manditi in media companies in the space
Yeah.
of the market, this digital age. What do you think are some of the challenges that are faced by such types of businesses?
I think the biggest thing is there's very little collaboration, in the media space, particularly in Queenstown. Let me not say Queenstown exactly, but in the Eastern Cape. This is the experience that I have.
Comparing it to
when I was in Cape Town.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's very little collaboration. And I think it's because people are not aware that there are people who are doing this and are actually
Everyone's in
taking
their
it
corner.
seriously. Yeah, everyone is in their corner. They're trying to do what they're doing. They're trying to eat what they're eating. They're trying to benefit what they're benefiting. They're trying to contribute what they are contributing. So I think if everyone in the industry can just come together and basically wake people up to the reality that we are here and we are doing this collaboratively, then I think the media space here would thrive. Now, remember, I'm not only speaking for photography, I'm speaking
The
of
entire media, sure.
Film, service, services rendered in terms of media, everything related to media. So if everybody can just come together, I think we'd have a gigantic industry here that's very impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with collaboration, it's I think we don't talk much about it and the power it brings.
Yeah.
I think soyika uba sometimes soyika ba ingati I don't know, people end up wanting to shine alone, but I don't think it's I don't think it's intentional. I think it's because they don't see la picture uba injani class not dibana,
Yeah.
I think they there's not enough awareness around what are the benefits, the great side and result that comes out of a collaborator.
Because imagine if we'd have media hubs around here, we'd actually have more people joining the industry, because if you create something like a media hub, you create interest, you create a buzz around whatever initiative that you're basically bringing. And there are people out there who don't know that this exists, who don't see the opportunities that are around here and that are basically
within the media space or industry.
And I get it. The protection thing comes from, this is my brand, I've built it. Now, if I'm going to merge with so and so, but it's not really merging.
It's not.
Collaborating. I'm bringing what I have.
You're not killing the other
We're
one.
not killing it.
Yeah.
We're bringing each other up. We are basically just holding hands together and we are moving up together. And that's what I believe in.
Yeah. And I think, what else is true is that in your little corners in the media space, what happens is ubane ceiling in terms of how much work you can take,
100%.
because you're there and you cannot even approach big projects because the
100%.
capacity ayikho.
100%.
But if there would be that,
if you dance around with other people,
there's much more that would be achieved.
the party's more enjoyable.
I understand exactly what you're saying. Does load shedding affect your business, even though we have been load shedding free I've lost track. The last time was 120 days. I don't know how far we are now, but it's been
you've been counting.
No, they've been announcing it.
My.
So I kept tracking a lot, but
Yeah.
and Yazba, ngoku noba sindawoni, but it's been nice to enjoy it. But
it's been amazing.
Before, how would it affect your business if it would?
There's equipment that we use that requires electricity. There are sometimes gigs that are booked and we need to literally get the project done, and there's no electricity and there's no backup. So it's really difficult when there's load shedding and there's work to be done. It really affects us negatively. I think everyone is affected by it to some degree.
Yeah,
but
sure.
it gets really difficult. We've lost money actually. We've actually lost money because clients don't want to pay up when you don't deliver what was promised.
Yeah,
So it's a little bit difficult.
Ish. All right, let's talk about future plans as MXOG Media. Where do you guys see yourself in the future, considering you've got 2 years to prove
2 more years
to prove to your mom?
You see what I like about collaborating? I have 2 years to prove to my mother, but my partner doesn't have a time limit.
Open.
So we'll keep it going.
To prove that it works. But anyway, on a serious note, where do you see the business? How would you like to grow the business? What are some of the things that you'd like to integrate into the business? If someone were to say, I'm here to help you, what would you say? Yeah.
Definitely what we need, the number one thing that we need is equipment. In order for us to expand properly to the extent that we want to, we need equipment, first of all. Number two, part of the plans that we have is getting involved in the media film space.
Film, okay, sure.
Film, that's what we're trying to get to right now. But actually, there's a collaboration in place that I'm not going to mention right now. But when it comes to that, we are
still cooking.
It's in the pot right now.
Okay.
And another thing that we want to do is we want to expand geographically.
Okay.
Want to expand geographically, so we'll have one member here and one member in Joburg.
Okay.
That's in the next few months. That's part of the plans that we have, because we want to take over that side and we want to take over this side, and we want to collaborate with as many people here and as many people that side. So the more the merrier, man. The more the merrier. So that's basically all that we need in this particular point. But equipment is number one, man.
Equipment. And I know equipment is so expensive.
Oh
like,
my!
It's so expensive.
It's very expensive. So,
but with media people, it's like it never ends. Like, can you get like a pack, like a startup pack, or this is it, and just why are we always? There's always something new, ne? There's always better.
Yeah, there's always better. I think
can't you get the best of everything at once? But they'll introduce tech is so advanced that by the time you're holding an iPhone 15
there's an iPhone 16 tomorrow. You know what I mean?
So, I don't know.
It never ends. I think it's a constant chase, and also, abandumos, you get to a point where you say this works for me, and that works for me.
Preference.
Yeah. Sure. Even with that, I think one of the problems I have, I don't know if it's a problem, my ambition just takes over sometimes. I get to a point where I'm always saying, okay, what's next? Okay, I want more. Okay, this could be better. You know what I mean? I get a beautiful camera with the best quality and I'm saying, okay, we got it, we can work with it, but it actually could be better. It's crazy. It's my mentality. I don't know how to stop it.
Yeah, you need help.
I'm always striving for more, man.
You know what? That okay. Let me put it correctly, because you do need that drive.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that don't have that drive, that are crying out for that drive. Yeah. But I think it needs to be in balance.
Yeah.
So that
household, though.
In a way that at least in a corner, a level of contentment in it, like. Ufike stage sobana, no man, this is okay now. At least 6 months I can push with this, and then yo
obviously, yeah.
No, otherwise you're gonna chase without stopping.
I got you.
I
need to work on that actually.
Yeah.
I need to work on that.
All right, Okhela, how do we contact you guys? Sinfumana njani when you want to make use of your services on your socials, your contact numbers, whatever it is that you would like to share with us.
All right, so the name is MXOG Media, MXOG Media, not MXOG, not MXOG, not MXOG, not MXOG, MXOG Media on Facebook. You will find us there. Contact us, send us a message, comment on any post, send a message. There's a number there for WhatsApp. Just get in contact with us. Ask around. Ask people. I think there's a few people that are aware of the brand, and that's how you get in contact with us.
Do you have a WhatsApp number maybe that you can give as well?
076 334 1623.
All right.
So just get in contact with us.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Okhela, for coming through
Thank
and
you.
having
Oh my
this
God.
wonderful conversation.
This
with
was
us.
amazing, man. I have not been in radio for the longest of time. So
Ne?
it's refreshing. It's refreshing.
Enkosi kakhulu.
Kakhulu.
All right, Mpulapulu of Gadi Community Radio nguye ke lo Okhela Ganya ophuma pha co-owner of MXOG Media, MXOG, that's how you spell it. Ungabafumana ke pha Facebook MXOG Media, and you can also drop them a WhatsApp message on 076 334 1623 for all your multimedia services. Bayakwazi ukuthi bakuncede. Right now, let us take a break and then go to a song Amifako featuring Black Diamond Besiti Imali. Don't go anywhere.